Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the daily briefing for Lasham on the 2nd of August 2024. Okay, we'll start off with the synoptic centre. This was at midnight last night. We're all aware about the rain and the thunderstorms we had yesterday evening. And if I run that forward through to midday today, we can see that the low pressure we discussed a couple of days ago is certainly getting nearer and nearer now, just south of Iceland. We should have a reasonably unstable day over UK. There's a little trough here just sitting there. It's at midday, and I think that's going to affect East Anglia more than it's going to affect us. But we should be in a reasonable air mass throughout our flying day here on the south coast. Winds were indicating anywhere between about 2.4 and 2.7 degrees at flying height, and the surface wind's going to be about 2.7 degrees, 5 knots or so. So this is a current cloud forecast. You can see we got this sort of mist that's outside at the moment, and it's slow to burn off, but it is burning off. We've got the approaching cold front coming through, not in our flying day today, with lots of thunderstorms on it. And with a bit of luck, this upper cloud here will burn off throughout the morning as well, and allow the heating to do its magic and give us some reasonable thermals throughout the day. No real rain forecast in our vicinity throughout the day. There's a bit of residual from yesterday evening going away now into East Anglia. And if I run through the predicted forecast, we're clear pretty well throughout the day. If I run this through now, this is running up to 12:30, 2 o'clock. So we're going to be reasonably clear all day. And obviously the approaching front is going to be for later on tonight. Local forecast is indicating bright and sunny all day, max temperature about 25, a bit of cumulus later on today they're indicating. Wind 7 knots straight down the strip, and the UV factors up at 7 for around about 2 o'clock today. So it's going to be, you need to be pretty careful there, plenty of sun cream and hats and water for sure. GFS is indicating max temperature in the area today 27, with a dew point down at 15. If you're outside the window, you can see this mist. It's slow to burn off, but it is burning off, and the wind's up nicely down at runway 27. This is the actual temperature at the moment. If I just refresh this again, you notice that in the last half hour or so, the temperature and dew point have both gone down. So obviously this mist is doing its business and slowing the proceedings up. But otherwise, a nice calm wind. Dave's got quite an optimistic forecast. So blue by 3,500 by midday, he's saying, and this afternoon up to 4.5, shallow Q 4.5 as well, and possibly good in a regional area. He's indicating East Anglia might be okay. I'm just a bit concerned about that trough line that's hanging around that area. So perhaps not into East Anglia, but certainly Husbos, that sort of way. They should have another good day today. Local METARs at Odium, 5 knots from the west, few clouds at 800 feet, which is what outside. And if I run on to Farnborough, 4 knots from the west, broken cloud at 400 feet, which is this mist. And then let's get into it a little bit more. So from 7 o'clock until 4 o'clock today, 2 knots, variable directions, broken cloud at 300 feet initially, but becoming 10 knots from the west, scatter cloud at 4,500 feet. And they've just got this mist for the next hour or so here. Top Meteo is indicating a reasonable cross-country area. They're still indicating that East Anglia is going to be good, so they'll take into account that trough line. And if I run through these thermals for the day, so this is at 10 o'clock this morning, and we got sort of like weak thermals to 2,000 feet in the blue. We're not going to get reasonable thermals probably till about midday, and that should be just over 3,000 feet. Bit of Q popping perhaps down to the east slightly, and then running it through. This is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. See, we're right on the very borderline of the Q, but the Q, if we go north, is going to be good. And they're talking about 1,500 meters. What's that? 5,000 feet, 4,800 feet thereabouts. And this is for 1 o'clock. And if I run that through to 4 o'clock this afternoon, 5,000, 5,500 foot thermals, possible cumulus out to the east. There's a little bit of overcast. out in East Anglia, but otherwise it looks to be fine. Skyside is indicating a similar sort of area, and they don't seem too happy around the Peterborough way for sure. But otherwise, locally it's reasonable cross-country type weather, and they're indicating blue thermals 4 knots on average, pretty good. Blue thermals up to about 4,000, 4,500 feet. A bit of Q around about 4:30, then rapidly coming down as the that front approaches. Winds, steady wind, 280, 7 knots down the strip. Should be good. No Thames. It's not that busy today, but enough that I need to mention them perhaps. So 20 is the usual Barton Stacey. 26, the Uphaven frequency change. 24, Larkhill danger area is active all day today. That's danger area 127. Multiple paragliders 25 and 26. That's Westbury and Devizes. Usual Otmore and Western on the green up here. 33 is Old Warden. They've got some flying display at Old Warden today. 34 is Husbos, and 35 is the Microlight World Championships, 10 nautical mile radius on Deanthorpe. So operationally today then, start off with the cross section. So this is from Odium, again indicating blue up until around about 12, with Q popping about 4,000 feet when it does pop, and a bit overcast later on, much later on in the day. Wind fairly steady, 290, they're about 6 knots down the strip. Okay, a couple of movements to be aware of today. There's a DA62, it says 62, not 66, my bad there. He's going to be flying around over us, probably to the eastern end, doing a tree survey. They're obviously looking to reduce the height of some of the trees. His planned height is going to be at 2,500 feet, between 10:15 and 11:15 local. He'll be on our frequency. He's not planning on landing. They're aware we're going to be flying. If they can't get the height, and I think they'll be fine, they might need to come down a little bit lower, but it should remain out of our way, and I'll be talking to him if necessary. We got a Beach 200 arriving just after 11:10. That'll be then going on an air test 12 till 1, and a possible departure again at 2:30. We're not convinced that departure will go at 2:30 or even go at all. Blue thermals first thing. Possible Q by 11, 12 o'clock, base it to 5,000 feet eventually this afternoon. A light westerly wind throughout the day. We're going to set up on 27 dry, club grid if required, the usual place, please, Grass North. So on the booking system, we've got Malcolm George has got a K21 booked all day with 4 students. Mike Birch has got his course all day. Ruby's got a K21 booked for guest flights all day. Sam has got SH2 booked for pre-juniors practice all day. Otherwise, all remaining 2-seaters are booked except one of the K13s. We have both of Sersville now. They've fixed the Flarmont Hotel, so if both K13s are required, they can all come out. And please, we need all the 2-seaters to the launch point. All remaining single-seaters are booked except the other 2 discuses. Another reminder about the buggies, please. People have been much better behaved now. Thank you. Simulator is available if required. Quick visual of the booking list. Malcolm George with his 4 students. Sam and all the other singles booked, and we got 3 people on the casual list, so we could probably do an instructor for them. And a runway setup then. Standard runway 27, wind chill on the south, air tag on the north, the club grid. If we do get the appetite for that, please, on Grass North, and any stragglers, heavy gliders, people uncertain, just grid to the rear of the airtail point as per normal. Okay, I'm going to get the launch point vehicle out now, so I look forward to seeing you out shortly. Please have a lovely, safe day. Thank you.